Something strange is happening on Roblox, and nobody's really talking about it. Developers, the people who built some of the biggest games on the platform, are quietly walking away, not making announcements, not throwing a fit, just leaving. And the thing is, you wouldn't notice unless you looked. Today we're going to talk about why that's happening. Because Roblox isn't just losing developers, it's losing talent. If it keeps going, it could change the entire future of the platform. First off, let's make clear, we're not talking about hobbyists or people who lose interest. We're talking about real developers with successful games and real fan bases. People who, at one point, were invested in Roblox's future. But over the past year or two, something's changed. These devs are either burning out, switching engines, or flat out quitting game development altogether. And they're not making a big deal out of it. There's no drama, just silence. Let's talk examples. Seekers, the creator of Lethal Company, originally developed on Roblox, but after years of pushing Roblox engine to its absolute limits, they moved on and found massive success on Steam with a Unity-powered game. Even mid-sized dev groups like Tank Attack 9 Studios, who made Iron Curtain, ended up giving up on their projects after seeing the uphill battle they were facing in both pay and visibility. These aren't isolated incidents. This is a pattern. Now let's talk about why this is happening. Everybody knows about the DevX cut by now. You only get 24.5% of what your game earns. That's already bad, but it gets worse. To even access that money, you need A, Roblox Premium, B, 100,000 Robux minimum, C, a lengthy waiting period, and D, you still lose even more money to taxes or currency conversions. So if you're a younger developer with a semi-successful game, you're probably making hundreds while Roblox is making thousands. The math starts to eat away at your motivation, and if the money doesn't get you, the burnout will. You build the game, you optimize it, you deal with bugs, exploiters, moderation issues, you answer angry players, you push constant updates to stay relevant in the algorithm, and even then, your game might get buried, unless you spend Robux on ads just to compete with clones and sponsored garbage. Eventually you start wondering, why am I putting so much work into a system that barely gives anything back? That's when a lot of devs quietly close studio and don't come back. Another huge reason developers leave is because they finally realize how locked in they are. You can't easily move your skills to another platform. You spent years learning Lua, designing around Roblox's quirks, and building within its limitations, only to realize that knowledge doesn't transfer. You can't just port your game to Steam. You can't take your skills to a studio that wants Unity or Unreal experience, so you're stuck. Unless you start over. And that realization, that's when a lot of devs leave Roblox. Not because they hate it, but because they outgrew it. Look, none of this means Roblox is doomed. But it does mean something has to change. If Roblox wants to keep its developers, especially the ones with real vision, it needs to raise the DevX percentage, provide real analytics tools, stop relying on unpaid creators to moderate content, and give developers a reason to stay. Because right now, developers aren't just walking away from bad payouts. They're walking away from feeling undervalued. Roblox built its empire on developers. Every front page game, every trend, every genre, it's all user created content. But if the people behind those games don't feel supported, or worse, they don't feel respected, they will leave. And they already are. This video isn't about hating on Roblox, it's about recognizing what's broken before it's too late to fix it. Thanks for watching. If you're a dev who's felt this burnout, or if you've left Roblox for something else, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. I make videos like this all the time, so if you found it helpful or eye-opening, drop a like and consider subscribing. See you in the next one.